Alright, so Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I'll start off by saying Barakathon, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Makakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom. Alright, so Lord willing, right? Title of this lesson is wine spiked with poison, right? And Lord willing, I'm gonna make this long due to the timing. Gonna get the lesson done, but first, I want to start off with Revelation 17, right? Because Esau got everybody drunken with the wine. Got everybody drunken off their fornication with the wine of Babylon, right? And that wine goes into what? The philosophies, the ways, the life of America. His policies, right? And but their policies come with the poison, man. Esau goes out to these countries, to these leaders of these countries, and they get them with this wine and this poison to weaken them and to, make them have to lean on America, right? So this is Revelation 17:2. It says, with whom the kings of the earth has committed fornication. I started verse 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which had the seven vials, and taught with me, saying, saying unto me, come hither. I will show thee the judgment of the great whore. Was talking about America, and sit upon many waters. That water is talking about peoples. If you go down to verse 15, right? And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest where their whore sitteth are the peoples and multitudes of nations and tongues, right? So this is that great whore who sit upon the people. This is America, right? So it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So that wine goes into what? Right? The policies, the ways of America. And it's what? It's that wine has the poison in it. It weakens them and puts their back against the wall to where America dang near be in control of them. So America is in control. America controls dang near the whole earth for real, man. NATO, EU, that whole conglomeration of the Edomite Empire. America's in that top seat of this revived Roman Empire, man. America's in the top seat of all those, right? What America say is what goes, And so let's go right here to Habakkuk 2, verse 5, right? And it says, also because he transgressed by wine. What is that? The policies, the ways, right? But that once again, that wine is filled with that poison, man, right? They drink that wine. Oh yeah, you gonna get rich. Oh, next thing they realize that they messed up. They realize, because you gotta think they're gonna turn against this whore. They gonna get tired of this whore, which they're getting tired of it now, right? We're gonna finish. Let's go to this real fast. Jeremiah 51, right? This Jeremiah 51 and verse 6 and 7. It says, flee out the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon has been made a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand. So the Most High put Babylon in position to raise it up. What he said, as I raise up Pharaoh, merely paraphrasing, to show my power through thee. Because Egypt, under Pharaoh, there was a strong force. When Yahweh shall destroy them, he showed how powerful he is. Everybody fear him. Everybody know not to come against his people or him. But today Esau done went out deceiving and getting people drunk off this fornication, this wine, this lifestyle of America, their policies, their ways, right? And they're filling it with poison. So these people become weak. These people become laced, right? They become laced, right? And they get to a point they're weak, where it's easy for America to control them, man. It's easy to control them. It's like America spike it with that poison, man, and get them in. So these countries, they so weak and so lost. They so weak and so lost that they looking to America for their goddess or whatnot, however you want to put it. But as the scripture said, right, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Yeah, they didn't drunk of that wine. They didn't sit that cup. What? Therefore, the nations are mad because now they're realizing this poison. Now they realize it's poison. Now they realize they've been tricked. Now they realize that these policies, these ways are bullshit. Now they all looking for that escape route. You know, which is gonna be with them what? All them coming against the Horde, dropping nukes on the Horde, which is America. Them all teaming up and coming against it. Cause she done poisoned all of them. She done tricked them all. She done spiked all the drinks. Right? So before we go back to Habakkuk, as a matter of fact, we'll go back to Habakkuk real fast. Let's finish that piece of Habakkuk 2 and 5. So this book Habakkuk 2 verse 5 again, right? It says, yeah, also because he transgresses by wine, those policies, those ways, he is a proud man, right? Neither keepeth at home. Why? Because he go everywhere. He goes to the leaders of these countries and getting them and tricking them, right? You know, and then these leaders of these countries, they fall in love with it because what? America gets them rich. America get them this money, that costliness that was on the Horde. As I was talking about earlier 17, right? That's why you see these other countries, these leaders, they risen in the mud. Then you look at the people is dang near down and out, poor, right? Because the whole objective is what? America to get everybody, let's continue reading, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathers unto him all nations, even unto him all people. So America's whole objective is what? You know, as long as we keep this money coming in, as long as y'all drunk, as long as y'all spike out this spike out this wine. It's like it, drop my other phone. As long as y'all spiked out this wine and this these policy our way, as long as y'all falls our way, you gonna be rich. You gonna have money, right? And these other countries look at it like, okay, bet that's all we need. That's all we need. So then it get to a point to where now these other countries are leaning on to America. I was watching the Elders earlier. It basically was putting it to where, you know, when you look at it, man, I don't know too much about the trade, and I really about to start, you know, looking it up more. But the Elders was talking about how, I want to say this is last week, not this week. You know, not last weekend, I'm gonna say, but like 2 weeks ago, the indoor ministry did the count, right? Which was indoor. He was talking about how basically, I want to say it's Russia, China, Iran. I might be mistaken, but it's other countries setting up the trade route where they ain't got to interchange it with American dollars. Cause why? The nation's American dollars is not where I remember a minute ago. I don't know if they did it yet, or they're fully infected it, but the American dollar, you know, a lot of these countries cancel the American dollar. Right, because now the nations are mad. They you know, they ain't dealing with America. They tired of America, right? Because they understand that that wine, those policies, the way it was spiked. It was all a gimmick. It was all a game. You know, they spiked them up to try to get them confused and to weaken them. Now the nations are mad at people. Jeremiah 51:7. It's like not the people. The nations are mad at America. Right, the people of America, the leaders of America, they mad because the leaders of America, they want to go get in. They want all people to be controlled by them. They want to be like the Most High. They want to keep this place going forever. So now he was telling all nations, everybody got to follow our ways. Everybody got to do that. So now they going to people, they tricking them, getting them drunk out the fornication, out the policy of the ways, and they spike the drink. So why do people can't think and move as they would before? You know, the devils, man. Right? Let's go to that's Proverbs 20:1. Right? It says, wine is a mocker. All right, we understand it. That's why the scriptures say, you know, Esau, you know, it's like not Esau, you know, Jake, man. It said those who drunk of the cup was not necessarily those who was not to drink have assuredly drunken, really paraphrasing. It's talking about Jake. Jake wasn't supposed to drink in this cup. Jake wasn't supposed to give in to the ways. Jake wasn't supposed to give in to those policies. Jake wasn't supposed to touch that cup. That cup is poison, man. Right? But Jake drunk. Now Jake out here drunk, fool. Jake don't know what he doing. He don't know what he got going for. Jake don't know who he is. You know, Jake don't know his heritage, none of that. They don't even know the true names behind Bashim Haushai. They don't know none of it, right? Because Esau got him drunk. They got him laced, man. They spiked the drink, you know. But this says wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. Whoever is deceived thereby is not wise, you know. And the wine is wine, you know. It's talking about the philosophy, the ways, the policies, you know, these doctrines, right? You know, which Esau puts out, and Esau professes to these people, and they spike it. So now the people who drunk off that wine, who drunk off this poison that Esau's putting out, you know, now they confused. You know, now they ain't mocking. Now they what it is? Wine is a mocker. Strong drink is raging. Somebody drunk. Right? They stubborn everywhere. They don't know what to do. You know, you can easily rob them, do anything to them right when they drunk. That's how Esau got these people. Though they got them they gave them these spiked drinks. Now the people so lost and confused that Esau could easily just do whatever he want with them, right? This is Psalm 58. I started verse 3. Says the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent, right? They're like the deaf adder that stop at the ear. I want to use my notes going to this poison. The poison is their philosophies, you know. The poison is their philosophy. And I got right in my notes. The first poison was used on a woman because she's the weakest vessel, you know. Going into Adam and Eve, man. The serpent knew to go deceive the woman. He knew to get her, right? But his poison goes to their philosophy, man. Cause why? That wine is filled with poison, man. As the title of the lesson is, wine spiked with poison, man. Right? You know, they poison the people. So now the people weak, confused. That's why they got the women. That's why they trick the women up. Right? See how the women walk around, they body showing, all type of thing. They create these apps so women can go ahead and make money by just posting themselves all on this OnlyFans, all these type of things. Put the whole world. It's a new thing in the world, right? You know. Let's go to that. Woman rule over. I know it's in Isaiah, what's it, chapter 3. Go with me. Isaiah 3 and 12. I know Isaiah 3 and 12. Right, Isaiah 3 and 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Talking about Esau, Edom. And children going into rank. Job 30 and 1. Precept to that, right? It says, and woman rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee. Talking about Esau, Edom, because they're in charge. Cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy path. Right? So Esau know to get he got the woman to drink of the cup, to give into the ways, to get into philosophy, to drink this wine, spot this poison. Now look, the women are against us as well. These women are boiled out. Right? These women are boiled out, they going off. Right? Going off bad. Look at the women. You know, Esau knew that because Esau want to create chaos. Esau want to create a disorder, right? You know, he want to do everything opposite of what is Satan at verse. He want to do everything opposite of what Yahweh Shah. He want everything to be opposite of the way Yahweh Shah said it. So now women think they're on the same level as a man. Now women think they don't need a man. Now women think that they're the prize. Now women is just bucked out, going off, right? But that's because what? Esau, he don't know went out and deceived the whole world. He done went out and tricked and deceived the whole world, man. Satan, man, right? In Revelation 12 and 9, it said, and the dragon, that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent. You know, this is just, different names, different titles for Esau. You know what they call that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast down to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him, man. He deceived the whole world, man. He got everybody drunken with that wine spiked with poison, man. He got everybody confused, right? You know, and the Most High allowed them to do that because why? They're going to deceive the 2/3, but they're not going to deceive the elect. The elect are not drunk enough that the elect are sober and vigilant. They watch it because we know the devil you know, it's like you're at a bar, somebody walking around trying to spike cups. We know the devil on that, so we ain't even at the bar. We ain't even dealing with that. We cool, right? We sitting back waiting on Yahweh Shah, you know, because Esau running around deceiving, tricking everybody, got everybody caught up in his philosophies, his ways. You know, got everybody weakened. He put everybody back against the wall where they gonna need him, right? So that's why when they take away, when they come to your face, we gonna give you this, we gonna give you that. Eventually, it's gonna all lead to what? The MOTB. So now, when you want these things, you gonna feel as if the MOTB, the RFID chip, he gonna get Jake to feel as if they supposed to take it. They need it in order for them to make a way to make a life in this place. Because Esau got them drunk, they got them confused. That's gonna be the sober mechanism for the quote unquote for the people. Oh, we gotta take that chip, man. How we gonna keep our money? How we gonna keep all these things? How we gonna be straight in this place? But the whole time we ain't worry about that. This place gonna be destroyed. Yahweh Shah can provide everything we need. But he got people drunk, confused. The people don't see that, man. You staggering out from wine. You staggering out from strong drink. You know, and he got these leaders. He got all these leaders from these other countries, all these other places. He got all of them pushing the same agenda, right? Because he got them drunk. You know, and they go out and they go out and they people and got their people confused and geeked up, man. You know. So, Lord, like I said, we're gonna make this a long one. I had a closing precept I wanted to bring out. What it was, Romans 8 and 19. It says, "For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of power." Right? Because why? Yahweh Shah, we're gonna establish real order. When Yahweh Shah come and destroy this place and break up the kingdom of Yahweh Shah, we're gonna establish true order. We're gonna establish the true way. We're gonna establish the true way of Yahweh Shah, the true way of righteousness. Right? That wicked is gonna be brought down. So the people waiting. This is the lesson the other day going to tell you know when the wicked are in rule, transgress and increases. Also the people mourn, the trees mourn, everything mourn. Because everything been hit with that poison, that drink with the poison in it. But Yahweh Shah gonna come fix it. He gonna bring righteousness. That's why they sitting back and wait for the sons of power, man. Because Esau done tricked everybody, deceived everybody, right? But now, that time is up. You know, Esau know he got a short time. Because now our salvation is nearer than we believe, right? So now it's time for Esau to go down. Now everybody waking up. Now everybody's starting to put down that cup. Now everybody's trying to step away from that cup because they see it's poison. You know, these other countries, they not dealing with America anymore. That's why you can see prophecy on film, and they should hate the whore. They're going to turn against her, man. Right? You know, so Lord willing, right, this lesson was edifying and exalting, right? And I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shout out to the whole elect, starting with the 144,000. Shalom.